Hello everybody. In today's episode,
there's our wood ashes that we're going to make the lye soap with. We'll screen it. We'll show the videos of it being screened and everything. Got hardwood, make sure we use hardwood for it. For the ashes. Today we're going to make lye soap, and I'm getting the ashes right now. Screen them. I've got a big old drum of ashes here from the stove. Shifting it out, you want it real fine. Get rid of the charcoal out of it. This thing works real good. Fits right on the bucket. Made for tin and gold. That's what they did with it. But we got a big old bucket of it here. I've got another finer screen. I may even screen it again, even finer. There's little bits of pieces of charcoal still in it. I've got almost a half a bucket charcoal here. But, well, that's all, folks. We'll make another video when we get started here, done the other. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye. Now, folks, I've got a couple of gallons of water in this. You don't want to use city water or fluoride and chloride and everything. You gotta use old well water or just some stuff there that you know doesn't have that stuff in it. I've got 2 gallons in this jug. I'm gonna let it sit there and soak in there for a few days anyways, and we'll go to the next step anyways after that. So you still soaking in them gallons, a couple gallons of water in there anyway, bubbling out there. But it's a little bit of a process making lye soap, but to get the lye, we're just doing the lye right now. I'm making lye out of wood ashes out of our stove. So that's all, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye. All right, we're getting ready to drill a hole in this 5-gallon bucket and start draining the lye in it real slow. I got my plug to put in there, got my drill. Gonna drill on the side of this bucket right here. Got my pan there to catch it. Get down here. I had to switch buckets already because the one I started using was white and it had a crack in it. Didn't know it. So we're gonna drill the hole in here real quick. Take a little bit because it's going to go real slow. I'm going to stick that in the hole. Maybe. Got a little too precise, didn't I? Made you get a pencil and stick in there. That's what I'll do. I'll just get a pencil and stick in the hole. That's just a little bit big. Okay. Getting it in there anyways. This will filter the ashes so we don't get any ashes in our lye. Get old peaches, you want to help? Don't drink that stuff, whatever you do, girl. Well, I'm not sure how far I got it in there now. Peaches. Yes, girl.
Come on.
There, we got it in there. There, my hole went through it, one of the two. Take a little bit to get started. Get that out of there. Make sure we got a clean bowl now. Got the plastic shavings in there a little bit. Get them out. Yeah, take a little bit there for that to start getting wet and everything and start draining. We're leaching, aren't we, already now? We don't want to do it without this in there. Let's clean that out. Now we're getting it in there. That should help quite a bit. We'll get this cleaned up real quick before that starts dripping.
What's the white stuff?
This is lye coming out there. It should get...
Oh, the clear, I mean?
Well, it's filtering through these ashes to get a lye. Make sure filter's in there good. Just have to kind of keep an eye on it and see how it does here in a little bit. We've had this sitting here for a couple of days, this bucket there, so it ought to be pretty strong lye coming out of here. We'll see what happens. We'll stick it in a mason jar there and we'll see if put an egg in there, a fresh egg, and we got fresh eggs, so it comes right out from under the chicken. So we'll see if the egg will float. That'll tell us how good a lye we got.
Yep, those are fresh eggs.
You can tell there is a greasiness there in the lye. It's really soft. I gotta go wash it off too. Okay, we're gonna taste this there and see. You put this on in your ton, it's just like putting your ton on a 9-volt battery, and the same kind of stuff. Oh yeah, it's real good lye. It's really strong, so it ought to be really good for making soap. So that's all, folks. For now, we're gonna wait till this to drip and we'll start filling jars up.
Now he needs to go wash his mouth out with water.
Yeah, I've got to get this out. Man, it's dinner. We're gonna see if the egg will float. And we're not gonna have enough lye in it yet to do it. No, not yet. It takes a little bit there for it to float. Yeah, it short too a little bit. Well,
I think it might need some more lye. You got some more down there.
well, it should go up there, you'd think. But may have to boil it down too, though, to get some of the water out of it.
It's starting to move the egg a little bit.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's not deep enough yet. You can.
Yeah, it ought to get enough though, I would think. All right, folks. There. Next step of making our lye soap is we already filtered the water through the wood ashes there that come out of the stove, and we screened the wood ashes as the previous video shows. We got a fire going here tonight. Nice fire going. We're boiling the water off the lye, and we'll let this cool down. We got more of it to do, but we're just going to show some of it. We got another whole thing to do of it. But and after that there, we'll let it cool down, and then we'll do the egg trick there. We got fresh eggs all the time because of chickens. And if the lye is good there, if it's got lye in it, the egg will float to the top. So that's the whole deal there. We're going to see what happens. But right now we're waiting for it to get up to boiling here, the stove. So get this water boiled out of that lye, and we'll see what happens. This is our first attempt at making lye soap. We got tallow. We got the other day and all that. So we're getting closer and closer to make this lye soap. Hello folks, there we're back again. We got our lye all cooled down. We got all of it boiled and everything. We're going to try one of our fresh eggs from today. We're going to see if this thing floats to the top. Here we go. And boy, must not be too bad. She's floating right up there if you can see it. So we're doing good on the lye. And we'll have another video there of us rendering our tallow that we got, and then we'll cook down that tallow and we'll go from there.
That is the piece of beef that we're using. There's the kidney right there. We gotta cut around that, but this is a big old giant piece. It's still frozen.
Make sure we don't cut into this kidney that's here. That's what, gotta be real careful cutting this tallow away from this. Rendering tallow tonight. We're making our lye soap we're going to try doing for the first time. This is beef tallow. Done it the old-fashioned way. We've got our old chopper right, I think that's what it is, isn't it? Meat grinder. It's going to grind. Plus, that stuff there gets all over my hands, slick as can be. Well, tonight we are melting the tallow into a liquid. It's going to take a while here on the wood cook stove, but got her on there anyways. We'll see what happens. Been on here probably less than 5 minutes there, and our tallow for our soap we're going to make is melting pretty fast actually. Just keep moving around. We don't want to cook it, but just melt this stuff. Then we're going to put it through a cheesecloth, just bring it through that to another container, and then will be another step done anyways. So that's soap making. Well, it's been about a minute and our tallow is melting like wax, just about. It's going pretty quick. So, we'll be completely liquefied here in just a few minutes. Well, she's been probably 2 minutes there and she's just about completely melted, and then we got to filter it through a cheesecloth to another container to get all the impurities out. So it's still, we're still working on her. Our tallow is just about melted. A few pieces left. Well, if we just had some taters right now, we'd be good. Mashed taters and this, oh boy. It looks like gravy.
I don't think it's gravy. I think it'd be pretty nasty.
Well, it'd stick the top of your mouth, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're going to put this through the cheesecloth.
There's all the stuff in there you don't want.
We're going to do this twice. After this, we're going to put it back in there and do it again. Make sure all the impurities are out and all the, if there's any meat in this tallow or anything like that. We've got our tomato strainer. We're using it. It's a cheesecloth across it. Just because it's handy. It may be fun to clean that thing too. I guess we can heat it up with hot water and get it cleaned up. You run all right down there, so. That's the stuff we don't want. Some of this old. You have to use the handle, so.
This is what's left. That's all the crap, anyway. And we're gonna just stick it in the fire and burn that. And then we're gonna heat that up again and strain it off again. We want it as pure as what we can.
Just about done, isn't it? Yeah. We'll do that. Well, I got to get this off here. Just go ahead and dump this back in the mold. Just heat it up.
Oh my goodness. Hot on fire.
It's getting warm now. Alrighty. Heat this up again and do the second strain.
Yeah, there's still just a little bit of impurities in there. Not like there was. We may have to do a third one just to make sure it wouldn't hurt.
I think so.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt nothing, just to make sure.
See how this one goes, I guess, and play
Yeah.
later. Alright, folks, you can see the impurities in there from our second one. We're getting ready to do. That's why we're doing the second one, because there's still stuff down in
We
this
may
stuff.
even do a third.
Yep. So we gotta hurry up and do this because it's getting kind of hot. We put that tallow soaked paper towels in that thing and it made the fire go real good. A little too good. So we'll wipe this pan out again. So
Oh yeah, not as much at all in there like there was.
no, she's going through pretty good over there. We got some right in there. Just leftovers.
Yeah, we'll clean that up.
Yeah, we're gonna wipe.
I need to turn the light on in here. It's kind of dim. There we go. So many impurities is in here this time. Not as much. I have a spatula that still had some that needed to come off there. It was pure. And next is to strain this off, and we'll see how much more impurities is in here.
She's a smoking, ain't she?
Oh yeah.
Oh, too hot.
Peaches is just laying on the bed there. Oh, there's a leaf. I guess she brought in. I'll have to get that out of here. Peaches. Hey,
Don't get
Peaches.
too bad until we put that stuff in there, boy. Keep going. Gasoline. We don't want to dip this anymore because it's getting pure enough. Runs out like water now.
Oh wow, it does. Look at that. Awesome.
That's really good tallow. So good dip.
Let's see what's left over in the bowl. Oh man, pretty darn clean.
Yeah, just bubbles is all that is now. So
That is awesome. I think there's just a little bit of impurities left.
I think we're probably good to go though.
Yeah, I think we are too. We can let that cool. And if there is any impurities, it'll all go down to the bottom and we can just scrape it off now. Because look at that, I think there's nothing left even in the bowl.
Just better take this off the fire, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should.
We don't want to cook it on here.
Next will be the soap making process.
We put our paper towels that had that tallow on there, and boy, she went. It's like candle wax thrown in the stove. So we're gonna take this over here. Back.
We're gonna pour the tallow in here to let it cool. So then that way we can cut it into little squares and measure it.
That's a pretty pan, ain't it?
Yes, it is. It's a pioneer woman.
Oh,
Yep, my mom gave it to me.
Not to sound bad.
My mom gave it to me.
Walmart specials.
See, pioneer woman can be pretty.
She's just smoking there. She was getting hot.
And it should cool white. So I'll show it when it's cooled off. And then after it cools off, we'll get some scents and we'll try to make the soap and everything. And the soap will have to take, after we make it, we'll have to take weeks to cure. About 6 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be probably a month.
Yeah.
We'll have to see on that.
But at least we can show you at least that process. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It sure does burn.
Yeah. A little flammable. Get your wrist like that, sir. Still got something there. Let me put that up there and put that a little bit more. That's good. Don't want to get that on that pan either.
Would not recommend anyone doing that.
Oops.
We're just trying to clean up the leftover stuff out of the pans. What, Ozzy? What?
There's a little smoky in here now.
What? Good boy. Good boy, Ozzy. Good boy. Ozzy. Sit. Aw, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You're such a handsome boy. Wolf, go get him.
Well.
The container, the glass container where we had the lye soap, we laid down on here and it left our countertop stained. Oh well, hopefully it does come clean. If not, we'll have to possibly sand that down and just re-varnish, but if not, oh well. So lesson learned, if you're gonna put the lye on your counter, make sure you have something under it just in case it does leak. It's starting to solidify. Kind of real neat. Look at the design. It is drying white like it's supposed to be. There are a few bubbles in it, but that is pretty. Oh, there is one little piece of, I'm gonna have to get that out right there.
We're cutting the tallow this morning. It's all hardened up now, set, so we're going to cut it in blocks. And that's what we're doing now. And it cuts pretty easy.
He started cutting it before I started making the video, so he was trying to fix it.
My bad.
This is what we're added to the tallow recipe, or the soap making recipe. I added these to the tallow for the oils. We used a half a cup of castor oil and a half a cup of coconut oil. This helps with making suds. Without one or the other, you don't get suds. And then cedarwood oil and frankincense oil, they both are able to use on the skin. So it's just not for smelling only. You can put those two on the skin and everything. And castor oil is really, really good for your skin and is really healing. Coconut oil, everyone knows about coconut oil. This one is unrefined, non-GMO, USDA organic. It has all the certifications, and it's tropical. It's tropical plantation. I should have read that. Finished. And then let's see here. It doesn't have anything in it other than coconut oil or coconut. You know, that's the only thing it has in there. It's the only ingredient in there, and it is vegan, 0% trans fat, non-hydrogenated, no cholesterol. So there you go. And this one here is skincare oil. Creates a healthy skin barrier, and this has, you know, just nothing but the good stuff in there. And this here also, I've got some tallow left over on it, but it has a recipe on here what you can do with a cooling castor pack recipe that Edgar Casey did, like if you're having female pains from your cycle and stuff, or you know, if you just need some of that is a really good thing right there. Sorry, my hand is shaking, but yep, this is what it has in there. It has this 100% castor oil, 100% pure, cold press from the seed of the organic tropical castor plant. So it doesn't have anything that would hurt you on that one. We have been trying to look at old school recipes to make this soap, because there's not a lot of recipes for the exact directions on the wood ash soap and the lard. That's the back to basic book. That's a really good one. Everyone needs to do this one. And this is the White House cookbook. This is an antique. It also has a neat recipe in here for toilet soap, but it doesn't use the wood ash on it, but it does use tallow and everything. I might make that one of these times. And this one here from the Foxfire book. Everyone needs Foxfire books. Everyone does. This one here, it has about soap making, but it doesn't give the exact recipe. So my husband, he found this recipe: 1.5 cups of lye, 3 cups of lard, and then you heat the lard and lye to 120 degrees. Pour the lye into the lard, not the other way around, and slow bring to a boil. So that's the recipe we're going to use, except for we're going to double it because we had so much tallow. I mean, a bunch of tallow. Even though I'm going to use 6 cups of tallow and like 3 cups of lye. And I'm just trying to read, sorry. We're just going to double, but we still have enough tallow that I can make other soap recipes. So, but the one thing that they don't say in here is to add the coconut oil or castor oil, but I've done lots of research about that, and that's what causes the suds. And you can add your scents, because it just smells so much better. It doesn't smell like anything. The tallow doesn't once you take the crap off and everything else, but it just smells so much better. It has a little bit of a cleaner smell to it, with just that light scent of the scents that I used and everything. So I think it's going to turn out real good. And that's me melting that. I melted that actually in a microwave. I cheated a little bit instead of using the wood cook stove, but on here it is melting just really easily. We got to get it to 120 degrees, and then we will add, or we got to at least get that melted, and then we're going to put the lye in there and get it to at least 120 degrees or to boiling. And then we will pour it into our casserole dish. We don't have molds. We're going to have to get some, but it will work. So that reminds you of what?
Mashed potatoes with a lot of butter on there. Not that old margarine crap, but real butter. Don't that look delicious? I wouldn't want to eat it. It's tallow.
Our jar of lye has turned into crystals at the bottom. So I think we might have to stir it up before we add the lye. But my husband is getting safety goggles on because the lye is a caustic thing that if it gets in your eyes, it will and can make you blind. Not in 120 yet. Could be halfway there. We're just using the measuring cup that I poured the tallow in. Why dirty up? Why dirty it up? Another one.
Should be wearing rubber gloves or whatever.
Yeah, because it can burn the skin.
It will. So I'm trying to be real careful with this thing.
Trying to put 3 cups in there since there's 6 cups of tallow. It looks like the tallow is definitely starting to boil, so it's definitely time to put the lye in there. It's just almost there. Look at that. It's we figured up to the bracket is 120. It's just so darn close. We are ready. I gotta stand back, watching my eyes. Pour it in slow. I don't want it to eat my phone either, so I'm staying back 100%. Alrighty, let's stir it up. Oh no, go ahead, since you got the glasses on. It is bubbling. Think till it gets thick, because that there thickened it. The lye did. Look at those bubbles.
Pull this back in. Control this a little better now.
The soap does have a clean smell. You can a little bit smell the cedar wood and the frankincense. We didn't have a whole lot of oil to put in there, but it does. You can lightly smell it, so it's a lightly scented smell. I'm just going to put a little bit of sea salt, or Himalayan. It's Himalayan pink fine sea salt. It's supposed to help it harden up, and it's good for the skin also. It's thickening up real nice.
The bubble pretty good too. You can tell she's getting thicker. She's leaving lines for a second there. Whenever I cut right there, and then you can see where it's a little drip, and what drips into the lights. Got a little bit of a heel there for a second, so a lot better than it was. She's a thickening up.
Thickening up. The hole is covered with.
Yeah, it's not opened up yet, so it's thickening up pretty good. It's still not.
It's going slower and slower.
I guess I still hadn't.
It's just about ready, I think. It's just got to boil. And then we can take it off and then pour it.
Steaming the water out of it, so everything, get that water out of it, so
it'll be nice and thick.
She's getting there. Yeah, she's a lumping up her. She's not flattening back out in the pan. Now it's staying up here, these lumps. Or it's dripping back into it. She's staying above it.
I don't know if we can get it to boil with the pan that we got. We chose one with the lip on the bottom because it says to do it slowly, and well, it's doing it slowly.
Yeah, she's not scalding the bottom of the pan, so it really helps out.
Because if you boil it too fast, it will scald, and then you're just gonna have burnt soap, and it will stink.
Boy, she's getting there now. Golly, like taffy.
Oh no, the cats are fighting. It's just about ready. Oh yeah, let me put the phone on the stand and I will have to help him pour that in there.
Yeah, she's no dripping no more.
I don't think it's gonna boil. I don't.
No.
Do you think it's ready? Or?
Well, it's not a dripping anymore. She's there, so yeah. There's no more moisture in that.
Yeah, look how, boy, it sticks up. Hold on there we go, hold on. Let me get the spoon here.
Are you taping?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think
we put wax paper in the container so it'll be easier to get out. Ooh, I can.
Smells like soap, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can smell the oils that I put in there. Alrighty. Find my mold, or at least make a design.
Sure got a hankering for ice cream now and pudding. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. There's still some in there,
There. It was a little bit too dark, I didn't realize, so I had to put on my light. The cats are just laying there watching.
it's so thick here, I gotta kind of work it down in there. Maybe Crocker can get on my Yeah, I'll just leave that right here now.
Well, that's our final product there. We just gotta let that dry or set up, that is, cool off and get nice and hard before we take this out. And then even after the bar soap is set up, we have to let it set a while before we can even use it. It has a really good clean scent to it. You can smell the hint of everything, so it's not overly strong, and it smells really, really good, and it feels good from what I had on my fingers, but we will see if it lathers up and everything else in a couple weeks at least, so I'm hoping. This is the next day of the soap. It is still a little bit soft, but it is setting up. It could take a couple days because this is a wood ash and tallow soap instead of just a regular, soap that they make. And but it smells really clean and really good. Has a good feeling to it from the top. So we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. And see, there's no more shine to it, so it is set up on that part of it. But I'm just gonna have to wait a few more days, I think, even maybe till tomorrow. So this is the second day of the soap setting up. It still is a little soft, not as much as it was even yesterday. Now this here, I'm just feeling a little piece of the soap right here. It has hardened up right there on that part. It's just more still soft. It is still soft, sorry, I get tongue-tied. But it's starting to form more of a soap on there and everything. I don't know if it would lather. So let me go see if even on the second day, if the soap would lather up.
Yeah.